Leandre got te juice. Leandre got te juice.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game called 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 Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
What's good, chat? Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go, AAA family. How we feeling this evening? Let me fix my light real quick. Okay, there it is. How y'all feeling this evening? Good evening, everybody. Hope y'all Tuesday was wonderful. Mine's got busy out of nowhere, and it's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. I'm gonna blame y'all. And I'm gonna thank y'all at the same time. And there's no complaints of how busy this schedule has gotten over the past 3 weeks. And I truly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunities. I'm grateful for the business connections. I'm grateful for the networking opportunities that we're taking advantage of. And it's in big part due to you all and your support for the network and for the content that's being produced here. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a lot of paperwork and stuff over here. We had to pay some bills today. We broke again. Or no, we in between blessings again. We in between. But we're gonna get it done, y'all. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna continue to do what we've been placed here to do. And that's provide this creative, informative content and drive a growing fan community that's promoting positive vibes, real information and insight. And we're not chasing no clickbait. Carlos Fulton has shown up, our resident Michigan fan that has been missing since I don't know when. So maybe since your loss to Oklahoma. So yeah, that don't come in putting emojis and talking crazy. We gonna get at you. We gonna get at you because Michigan still gotta see Ohio State. Yeah, don't get to talking too much. Well, what's up, everybody in the chat? Let's do a quick roll call, man. I'm live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, where else? Kick, Twitch. We live on all the platforms tonight so that we can do this film breakdown, man. I wanted to get everybody in here, get your thoughts. TikTok, appreciate y'all for tapping that screen, man. Once again, everybody on TikTok. We got Mary J in the back on ones and twos, man. Appreciate you, Mary J. So let's start at the top. Let's do a quick roll call before we get into the show. Give everybody some time to pull up. I know we changed the time on the live stream a couple times today. Once again, just had so many meetings, man. And thank y'all. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault that we had all the meetings. So let's get into it, man. Y'all ready to do a roll call? Somebody say it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'm ready to give y'all some shout outs, man. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Roll Tide to my guy Zach here on the YouTube side. What's good, Zach? Roll Tide. Well seasoned gamer said, good evening, everyone. Good evening, well seasoned. Roll Tide to you. Shout out to Britt over there on the TikTok side. Roll Tide, Britt over there on the TikTok side. I seen somebody else tapping that screen too on TikTok. Who is that? Sneaky, what's good? 5'3" Sneaky, I see you. Roll Tide, my guy. Roll Tide, Greg McKinney, good to see you over here on the YouTube side. Roll Tide, Urban Essence is in the building, y'all. Y'all give it up for my sister, man. Zay Gang said, I think this team is good, but given what's out there, not a championship squad, I'm happy with the playoff win. Ooh, I'm not liking that energy. That's sounding real. MJ, what's good, my brother? Roll Tide. What's good, chat? Let's go, man. Run it up. Let's go. Continue running likes up as you come in. We got, how many we got in the chat already? We got 16 in the chat already. More than halfway to our goal. I appreciate y'all, man. Continue to run the likes up. Continue to run the comments up. Hey, Snazzy. What's good with my boy Kyle in the chat, man? Welcome in. Britt, what's good? She checking in on both sides, doing her mod duties on TikTok and she on the YouTube side. What's good, man? My boy Adrian, representing the AAA family and the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? Much respect. Shout out to my guy, Isaiah Todd, man. Hey, listen, y'all know I love to get into my recruiting talk and all that. We're going to have this young man featured on our next Check Him Out Coach episode. Make sure y'all go check him out. Appreciate you for checking in on Twitter over there, Isaiah. Appreciate you, my guy. And I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Roll Tide and Carlos, the resident ghost of Michigan fan base. The AAA family is here tonight. What's up, David, the Tide guy? Good to see you, my guy. That boy signing here. What's up? Mike Jones, what's good, man? How you feeling, my boy? Somebody call him. Y'all know that Mike Jones number. What it was? 228-334-8004. Something like that. It was something like that. Y'all remember what it was. Hey, let's get into the show tonight, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to really get into our topics about how to get this team on the right track offensively. We can say for the most part of maybe the last 3 weeks, the last 3 games that Alabama has seen, we have seen a lot of inconsistencies in what has been the identity of this offense, and that's the passing game. So we're going to talk about the passing game. We're going to talk about the pass pro. We're going to talk about the run game a little bit. We're going to have a lot of clips from the game that we're going to be able to react to, break down, talk about how things are supposed to look, how things will continue to develop if we stay on the right track. I want to put a few things in perspective from the Oklahoma game. Not to deter the fact that we lost, but we have some positives and some good things to take away from this game. If you just go back and rewatch it, see the difference between being able to watch the game on TV or in person is the fact that, like, on TV, I could go back and rewatch a play during commercials. Right at the game, the TV timeouts, I'm more so looking at the sidelines, looking at energy, looking at body language, looking at all the different things that play into how players perform. And this team did not quit. I was proud of our team for not quitting. A lot of things have went against this squad in the Oklahoma game. And the ball just didn't go our way a few times. A couple of mental errors, right? But we will get better. Coach Smook, we good, or O-line? Coach Smook, we good. O-line got to do better, and turnovers hurt us bad. Jack, I disagree. Anybody that's criticizing the O-line for Ty Simpson's decision-making and his ineffectiveness in those impactful moments, I'm going to show you in the film plenty of clips where there were key plays that were to be made and could have been made. And he's a dual threat quarterback for a reason. And when you look at the timing that he had to make some of these decisions, and even on the second interception that got called back because of pass interference, which was a true pass interference, that play was an indicator to a lot of his decision making for this game. And we're going to talk about it. I don't care to hurt feelings tonight. I already addressed the tweet I made on Twitter, man. Yeah, I love how as a matter of fact, I'm a name drop real quick. How much time we got? We got 1 minute left. I'm a name drop real quick. And if y'all watching on Twitter, go ahead and tag them and add them. Real name Grover, keep my name off your mouth, man. We've never interacted, bro. I don't know you, you don't know me, but every time something come up about Smook or something big happen with Smook, you gotta retweet it and quote it. I don't know you, bro. You don't know football from what I've seen on your profile, the stuff you say in these little tweets and stuff. Leave me alone, dog. If you want to talk, we can talk. We can have a live debate. I don't like the Twitter stuff. You keep throwing the little subliminals and stuff, bro. Come. I'm a grown man, dog. You supposed to be one too. Stop being a hoe. Let's go. All right. So tonight, though, we're going to get into the conversation chat, and we're going to talk about really what this run game can look like if we just get somebody behind the line of scrimmage that's going to take that ball and really be assertive, like we saw Daniel Hill doing, like we've seen Jam Miller do at points at times during the season, like we saw Kevin Riley do week 1. And different spots to the Georgia game. So this is a conversation that I'm ready to have with people who are ready to put their bias aside and look at just what this team is the makeup of. The makeup of this team, there isn't going to be a bell cow carrier on this roster. There's going to be situations in each game where everybody's going to have the opportunity. And some games just fit a certain skill set, in which whoever one gets to clicking first in the run game is where you're going to lean into. So we're going to have those conversations. We're going to open the phone lines at the 45-minute mark on the show. Mary J, no matter where we at, remind me, 45-minute mark, we're going to open the phone lines. I don't care to segue into the phone call segment. If we're not at a segue point, I'll announce we open the phone lines, and you all can start calling in and jumping in on that conversation at that point in time. But until then, continue run up the lights, continue to share the stream, and let's get into this conversation about Alabama football. Somebody type it in the chat if you're ready to get into the conversation. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's do it.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time. But I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feel sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Chat, let's get into the conversation. Let's get into it. I'm ready to talk about it. How many of y'all, and this is a question I need, maybe, do I have a managing moderator in the chat? I'm not sure if we do. If not, I can go over here and make one real quick. Let me see which one of my mods is in the chat. I need somebody that's either on PC or knows how to do it on the mobile device. We need a poll in the chat, and I want my mods to, because my mods, listen, before we even get into the football conversation, y'all, give it up for my mods. We operated like a well-oiled machine this weekend with our content output, with the promotion of our content, presence, everything. Shout out to my moderators for the great job that they put on this weekend as far as team effort, working together, getting this mission accomplished with what we was able to present this weekend. So we're gonna dive into it, man. There's this narrative out there, and I'm gonna ask this question: how many of you all believe that Alabama does not have a run game because of the offensive line? If you believe that, give me is Alabama's run game struggles. Here we go. Is Alabama's run game struggles because of the O-line? I'm gonna put that poll in the chat, and we got 22 live viewers in the chat on YouTube. I don't have a poll available for the other platforms, but if you want to be a part of that poll, jump up on YouTube and give me your thoughts. Do you all believe Alabama's run game is a problem? There's an inconsistency because of the O-line. A lot of people look at the total yards per game that we've had. A lot of people will look at, how many 3 yards or less, the 3.2 yards per carry average that we're currently at throughout the season, and look at it and be like, man, the offensive line sucks. We can't run the ball. But I'm here to tell you, man, I have just a short synopsis of notes from the first 4 drives of Alabama's game, the game against Oklahoma. And this will tell you that Alabama's run game is effective. It can be effective even against loaded boxes. There was a 7-yard run against an 8-man box against Georgia. It was impactful. It set us up for second in passing, or second and 2. And then that puts you in position to pass or run, play action pass, anything you want to do when you have 4+, 5+ yard runs, especially on first down. Now, what I've seen, and this is just analytics, and I may be off by maybe, a percentage or two, but anytime Alabama has ran the ball on first down on the opening drive, their first drive, the average yards per carry on the first drive is 4.3 yards. And we're talking about the first carry against Florida State, which was a 6-yard run. We're talking about the first carry that was against ULM, that was a 12-yard run. You talking about the Wisconsin game where Kevin Riley broke off that first carry. I mean, I think Jeremy Bernard had the first carry against Wisconsin. I can't remember. But anytime we've started the first play was a handoff. The average yard per carry mark is 4.3. Now, if I'm in the analytics room and I'm on that staff, that's where Coach Smook trying to get a job at. See, I could look at those analytics. I could just look at momentum, mentality of a team and understand what the makeup is. Anytime we started off with those runs, our drives have put us, our first offensive drives have put us in scoring position. Out of the 10 games that we have played up until this point, scoring on the first drive, we've only scored 7 times on the first drive. We've struggled the last 3 weeks, the last 3 games. I think you have to credit that one to schematics when you're talking about the running backs being assertive and pressing the holes when in the run design, especially on the inside zone run scheme. There's been opportunities for guys to really stick their foot in the ground and get vertical, get north, and hit gaps. And we have not seen a consistency in those guys taking advantage of that. So I look at this game, man. In that first drive, let's talk about it. The first drive. You came out, you had the incomplete pass with a clean pocket to Josh Cuevas, and we're going to bring these plays up here in a second. And then you had the jet motion with Bernard to the left. You had the split, the twin split set, 11 personnel. Tight end was the slot on the right on the strong side. You had the motion from the jet motion from Jeremy Bernard. You come out, you run a handoff. Jam Miller gains 3 yards on his first touch, right? You're in your third down, 3rd and 7, 11 personnel, gun ace. This is the formation where you see I think that's the formation, and I'm gonna give it to it. Let me see. Yes, this is that formation. Yeah, that was the formation. I'm gonna pull it up here in a second, chat. The Jam Miller motion. You get that? That's the incomplete. That's the 3-yard gain. Okay, then the third down. You had the incomplete pass. He forces it, tries to force it to Ryan Williams. That protect. And once again, we're talking about passes that were kind of rushed. And I understand that the clock was a point of emphasis. Your clock in the pocket was a point of emphasis, but I don't think Ty utilized it to his advantage. I don't think he relied on his senses, because there was more so a technicality of, I'm going to have an average of 3 seconds. This is what I could predict or project as far as his mindset. I'm going to have an average of 3 seconds to make these decisions, and I think that 3 seconds became slower and slower in his mind because he had that clean of a pocket. That's why you see a lot of patting of the hands. That's why you see the hesitancy to climb the pocket. Because when he did climb the pocket, when the pocket was getting pressed upfield or when the pocket was getting extended, you saw him make quality passes downfield. So let's get into the plays, man. We're going to break down the offensive side, more so the pass game. We're going to start with a negative, right? We're going to start with a negative of how bad it looks when things aren't executed at a high. And this is a result of some solid pressure. We're not going to sit here and act like Oklahoma on their 9 pressures, they didn't get home and be effective. You're talking about 4 sacks and 5 tackle for losses. 4 sacks and 5 tackle for losses on 9 pressures. To me, that's just quality, and that's just quality, effective gameplay from your defense, from a defense that is coached by a great defensive mind and a team that's full of athletes. It's not like we had the talent difference in this game when it came to matchups across the field. The separation that we thought we would have in the past game, we exploited it. And before we even get into this, I want everybody to answer this question. Now, I got the other poll in the chat, but I'm gonna put a question and answer, a Q&A in the chat. If my team, and I'm not putting a name on anything, if my team wins in every major statistical category, time of possession, yards, total offense, total defense, right? Time of possession. And the only 2 categories we lose in are the sacks and the turnovers. And my quarterback is at the root. And when I say at the root, whether it's interception or fumble, my quarterback's lack of ball security is the difference in us winning all those different categories. Yards per game. Overall yardage, rushing and passing. Rushing and passing, we led both categories. Defensive yards, total yards against the defense, we led in that. Time of possession, we led in that. Third down conversion, we had the same amount of third down percentage, a high percentage of conversion rate. We converted on 4th downs. We won in every category but turnovers and sacks. If my quarterback is the root of that, the strip sack was against him that caused us a turnover and put them in position to score 3 points. You had a pick 6 that gave them 10 points, and we lose by two points. On a broad side of things, where is our flaw in this game? Without me saying it in the most vague way, who's to blame? Where is the deciding factors in the game? What plays cost us not to be able to say that we put ourselves in the best position to win? And we don't play calling. You have to look at the players and how we executed. The strip sack, was it on the protection? We're going to get into it. The strip fumble, was it? And then the interception, was that on the protection also? We're going to get into it because both times you see bodies in his face. But was it the right decision to predetermine and make these decisions, or was it the right decision to not go ahead and slide with your protection? There's a lot of questions to be answered too with protection. So my question is, with those statistical advantages in a 60-minute game, should your team have lost? And because of the loss, the way that you lost, it wasn't like it was a 10-point loss. We lost by 2 points. You could say a missed field goal is the problem. We took the lead after a missed field goal. We were up 21-20 when we suffered the sack fumble. So we're going to get into it. Let's open the film room, man. I'm ready to get into it. This is exciting. This is the second time we're going to try and do this like this. Hopefully, let me make sure we don't get no copyrights. We shouldn't get no copyrights off of this film. Okay. We shouldn't get no copyrights off of this chat. So, let's see. I'm gonna back up right here because I think this is the scene where. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's get to it. We in the film room chat. Hopefully y'all like my little film room setup too, man. We're gonna find a better way to do this. When we make some more money, when y'all keep super chatting, donating, and running the likes up and sharing, and we're gonna find a sponsor that's gonna help us. We're gonna find a sponsor that's gonna help us get this film study stuff on a better I guess you could say platform or better leg, I guess. He is holding the ball too long. Somebody said, and Mary J, you can scroll comments while we're breaking down film. You know I'm about to get in this film study, so I might get away from the comments for a little bit. TikTok, I got your comments up here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull this out here, pop that out for y'all. And then we can screen divide here. And Mary J got me right there. All right, we're good. TikTok, I got y'all comments over here, so y'all could run up the comments. I can see them very good. Continue to tap the screen also on TikTok and Kick. Your comments show up too. So we had 2 viewers on Kick last week, last stream. I seen your comments post stream. I didn't see them live. I'm sorry. Continue to comment. Twitch, same thing. We want to interact with all platforms. TikTok, Twitch, all of you. We want to interact. Facebook, everybody. If you're on Facebook, please provide a reaction. Also share it up in all your Alabama Facebook groups. Here we go, y'all. We trying some new technology here, some new stuff for y'all. All right, so first play here. Let's. What I want to do is I want to kind of run it and talk through it, but at the same time, first of all, let's talk about the guy lined up off sides here. Let's talk about the guy lined up off sides. Is this not offsides? Is this not offsides, chat? Or am I tripping? Everybody always talk about Alabama lining up off sides. But that kind of looks like offsides to me. Let's talk about that. All right. This is the worst. We're starting from worst to better. Worst to better. This is the worst of what we got to see this past Saturday. The pick six. Let's start with it. Let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. Let me know what that view looks like, chat. Pre-snap motion. Guy in his face. All right, so initially, to the natural football fan's eye, the first thing you're going to notice and blame for this happening is the pressure in Ty's face. It is no secret he had pressure in his face. All right. Can we get a playback speed on this? Can't. You can't get a playback speed on this. I wish I could. Got the pre-snap motion. All right. And if I'm looking at this, man, I know you believe you got a one-on-one, but I guarantee you to truly identify the one-on-one off of this motion, right? This swing motion. And I'm pretty sure this was a one-on-one read. You have to check the safety. Your pre-snap read in this alignment, your pre-snap read before the snap. Let's talk about it. The pre-snap read. He's playing inside leverage. You get the motion. He doesn't change his leverage. He's head up inside, shading inside. He doesn't change his leverage. You want to believe that you have the he's wanting to take away the inside route. He wants to take away the inside release. Right on snap, he opens his back up, meaning there's got to be some type of support coming inside. He doesn't want to give up the sideline. He wants to force something inside. Once he opens up, if I'm Ty Simpson and I'm looking at this situation, right? This is me understanding how DB wants to play. You need the first down. You're trying to get the first down. This is first and 10. You don't even need the first down. So that's another factor to add to this. But I see him open up. I'm immediately, as a quarterback, knowing this is my first read, we see his eyes already there. I see him open up. If he comes off of that read, you see the safety up top. You see this safety already eyeing it, already ready to make his play. And look how it unfolds. Just understand, Ty has pressure. He has pressure. He has pressure bearing down on him. Right here, at this point, when he's already predetermined that he's going to make this throw. Even here, man, the corner hasn't even shown that he's bailing. The safety is already making this play. Let it run through. And it was not pass interference. The ball was uncatchable. It was an inaccurate throw because he had pressure in his face. Let's break down the protection here. So we understand that wasn't the right read. Let's break down the protection. And let's talk about options we could have saw if we execute at a better level. Pre-snap movement here. And watch what happens off of the pre-snap movement. You don't get the motion to carry through. You don't get the motion to carry through. So you got to know that there's a blitz coming or something coming across your line of scrimmage. That's something that you got to read. You got to see that. You got to want to see the shift there, even with the snap being in motion. But look at what's happening down here post that motion, chat. Look at what's happening in this motion with this pre-snap motion. I want y'all to pay attention to what's happening down here. You have your running back, Daniel Hill, who's been a very reliable pass catcher out the backfield for you. Your most reliable check down, right? Him and Jam Miller have done equally, have the same effectiveness as a check down. You have him streaking in one-on-one against the linebacker. You have three other blockers out in front of him, basically, with your receivers that's running their routes downfield. All right? So I look at it and I say, we had options to get out of a bad situation. When you want your quarterback to take care of the ball, the worst case scenario that should have happened in this play right here is for him to take this sack. This is 1st and 10. You take this sack, that's a loss of 6, maybe 7, but you live to fight another down. You continue to fight this drive. In a moment where you were already down 3-0, you have an opportunity to take the lead. In this situation, you go up 7-0, but we make a bad decision, we fold. What do you want to see from that situation? Let's talk about the protection. I forgot to break down the protection. Great call by the defensive coordinator, though, by Brett Venables and his defensive coordinator to send this blitz like this on that motion. Because what we haven't seen, most people try to match the motion. When you see that crowded line of scrimmage, you got, what's that, 5, 6 in front of, at the line of scrimmage? You got 6 at the line of scrimmage right now. You get the motion. If the guy doesn't carry through, I'm automatically assuming that I don't have. Why can't I play it? Hold on, chat. I got to go back. Give me a second. I can only assume in that situation. And it's not necessary. It's like a single mug type formation. I'm gonna get this back up, Mary Jane. Hold on one second. Where my layout set? What in the world? Chat, I don't know what just happened, but we gotta fix it. Mary J, can you give me the layout with the not this one, but the other one I was on? I can't scroll to it for some reason. Oh Lord, she about to panic, y'all. Hold on, let me get it. Let me fix it. Hold on, let me fix it. Don't need Mary J panicking. There we go. Custom layout 15. That's what it is, just in case. All right, so we back at it. Look at the protection. Clearly there's a blitz. How many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across the line of scrimmage. Got 5 in pass pro. This outside linebacker / defensive end is your coverage that and this slide protection right here. I think this was a mistake by Parker Bransford, to be fair for Ty, but to predetermine that look to me was not the play to go to. Bad slide protection by the O-line. I don't have much to say about the O-line because I feel like if that side, that whole left side was checking left, If that whole side was checking left, then I honestly believe that he should have been making his read left. I think Todd thought he might have had a solid one-on-one situation pre-snap, and he went with the wrong play. He went with the wrong read, and it happened. We've seen that mistake by plenty of quarterbacks. I'm not saying that he's trash for that. It's just a mistake that was costly in this game, and people act like that's a bad thing to say. Like we dogged Jalen Monroe last year, and I showed the clip already. I posted it on Twitter of me blaming Jalen Monroe for that game last week. I don't have to regurgitate that. I don't care to go back and prove that. But this right here is a game-changing situation. This is a spot in the game where we could have had momentum. We could have changed the whole tide of the game, put more pressure on their offense, and our defense was playing great. You turn around, you drive on this drive after not scoring your first drive. You go down and you score on this. You putting yourself in good position. Mind you, this was the third drive. This was the second drive. My fault. All right, let's continue. This is when we started moving the ball real good. You see that Ty Simpson kind of being more patient with letting things develop. This is what I want to say about the run game. Look at the run game, y'all. I want y'all to look at this box off of this formation. This is a 12-man formation. I saw somebody crying about Alabama not utilizing their 12-man formation. Well, this right here is what you call your 12-man formation. You got one back, two tight ends, two wide receivers. Right? Looking for him. I know he didn't blow the block up, but this is an opportunity. Look at this lane, man. Look at this cutback lane. Look. Do y'all see what I'm seeing? Pausing it right here. Look, are y'all seeing? The ball is in his hands. The ball is in his hands right now, chat. Everybody keeps talking about the offensive line. This is exactly what you want to see. I know this may be a dive right or a inside zone right trying to get off the right guards, but when you have phase blocking, when you have flow, when the defense is keying a slant or a designed run stop, they want to slant a certain way. Running backs have to be able to see this. They have to be able to see this. There's no way there is somebody's on the last line of defense. And mind you, look, we're looking downfield. Look what's here. Look what's out here. I don't know if that's Latsier Brooks or Ryan Williams, but you may get a little chip block off of that. But this is Jam Miller. You have to take that. You have to take that. I want to see the comments and reactions. We talk about our O-line. We talk about our O-line. But look at this. Look at this. This is the O-line is doing their job. This is off the handoff. Put your foot in the ground. Get upfield. I mean, the lane is there. It's wide open. But instead, I don't know why. I don't know why your head isn't on the swivel there. And he still gained 3 yards. So the O-line doing what they're supposed to do in that snap. Let's look at this one. This is the start of the second quarter. Nice little screen. RPO read. You get out there on the bubble. Great matchup blocking out there with the wide receivers and the tight ends. You get your guys level, squaring up. I want y'all to see the effective in blocking on the perimeter with the wide receivers and tight ends when we don't have two on the field. I hate to keep talking about this, but that's part of being a complete receiver, in my opinion. You have to be able to be effective in run blocking. A lot of your blocking downfield will determine how a defense plays their run scheme or their run containment. If they got a DB that's great at coverage, but getting knocked off his tail every time it's a run play, like Devontae Jackson was, that forces them to play their safeties a lot tighter to help in run supporting and keeping things from bouncing out to the perimeter so fast and getting them closer to the line of scrimmage to limit those things. And when you do that, guess what happens off of that? Offensively, for your offense, when you're able to force them to do that because you have a good downfield blocking, offensively, you see your team turn around, play action passes wide open now. Your safeties are leaning because they're seeing the run game be effective. That's how you develop. See, the offensive line isn't the primary reason to blame for the run game not being explosive or being consistent. Running backs got to see the holes when they're there, and the wide receivers have to block downfield. Look at this technique with this play here. Look at the O-line. You see the left side pulling, trying to show run, outside zone. But look at the effective blocking here. You don't have to go and get clean blocks. You just got to get solid contact. Rico Scott here on the perimeter, giving the receiver a lane, a decisive lane, using his body, not necessarily his arms to block, but using his body to create a shield and a lane for the receiver to get yards after catch. Latier Brooks, after getting active, looking for work downfield. Same thing with Josh Cuevas. Good play there. I can't remember which play this was, Chad. We're gonna watch it through. Mary J, you sleep back there? We need some banners. Big play here. Big play here. This is the one I was talking about, y'all. The read option with Ty Simpson. This is something that we need to see in a, not necessarily a higher dosage, right? But we need to see this in the open field. Between the 40s, I think Ty Simpson could really hurt some defenses because of how effective he is in the pass game. One because of the intermediate pass game, right? The intermediate pass game in this phase of the field, and right now we're talking Ty using his legs. Ty utilizing his leg. Dual threat Ty. We need to see dual threat Ty. That's what we're going to call this. Let's see dual threat Ty. We need to see this more often, and I mean like at least 7 of these design play calls where you're giving him the opportunity to really put the overhang and the end in conflict. Look at him. Hard handoff. Way to sell. Good hard carry. Caden Proctor climbing to the next level. The everybody inside Caden Proctor doing their job. I think Cam Dewberry kind of got caught off leverage there, but still no holding. And that's one thing I will say about this. We've seen complaints about the offensive line, but honestly, I've seen when our O-line gets beat this year, there's more effort to not make it a catastrophic play. And that makes a lot of a difference. You're giving yourself that much more, or limiting yourself that much less for the play to be blown up. Cam Dewberry effort here, not giving up, not watching the play get floated and get blown up. That makes a difference. Great effort by Ty. Great read by Ty. You see how that effective his legs are. And it's not like Ty is slow. I don't know why people believe Ty is slow. Like, I've never said he was slow. People get mad at me for saying that Ty wasn't the best athlete in the room last year. If you think Ty was a better athlete than Jalen Miro, then you just was looking for a conflict and argument at that point. Y'all, we got 3 more minutes till we open the phone lines. 3 more minutes till we open the phone lines, chat. And we're going to get y'all thoughts. Let's keep the film going. We're going to keep y'all on the phone line, and we're going to have an opportunity for the film to come up. All right, y'all. Another bad decision by Ty Simpson. I want y'all to see this play. And I want y'all to tell me, why are we rushing? Why are we rushing and forcing this pass? Look at the pocket. You got 6-man protection with the line, with the running back. 5-man pass rush. 5-man pass rush. And this is your pocket that you're ready to release the ball out of. This is the pocket you're trying to throw out of. Once again, even though this guy may be getting ready to bound back, if he is assertive and climbs this pocket, I see, and we can see it developing. The safety is already playing this part of the field. If you climb the pocket, he gets hooked here. This guy sits a little more. And whatever you were looking for with Bernard probably opens up. You don't have to rush this, Ty. Pocket awareness has to be a lot better. And I believe you give Bernard a better throw, he can adjust it that better. That's a good back shoulder read, but it has to be a better ball. Once again, we run when we need to. Offensive line. Show me on this play while we're complaining about the run game. Once again, show me on this play who gets blown up in the backfield. Who's in Daniel Hill's lap when he gets the ball? Clean exchange. Handoff. A second level defender comes through. Your running back has to win some of these. That's not on the offensive line. They're engaged. Michael Carroll got pushed back and then ends up winning the rep. Look, cleans his guy out, washes him, quavers with the supports, getting up second level, getting a hat on somebody. Like, this is what you want to see in those tough yards. And how many were in the box? Let's go pre-snap. You got 6 and an overhang. Actually, you got your two safety. Your two safeties, they're walking down under 10, right? They're walking down under 10. What they look like pre-snap. Coming to shade the box, coming to shade the box. So you got 6 in the box here. Way to make a miss. Good run. Solid execution there. I think I like this play too. How many of y'all thought that he truly slipped? Y'all know that was designed, right? I think Jared Goff in Detroit ran that last year. That was definitely choreographed. Like Jam Miller just randomly. It almost got him 8 up though. Because Quavis. That would have been ugly, chat. Great read though. Great execution. That's the type of effects. All right, chat. We're gonna open the phone lines 334-625-1121. Again, that's 334-625-1121. We're gonna talk about some plays. I may have the play that you want to see already on the film, and we can bring that up and talk about it, man. Here on the Coach Smook Network. Right after this message, though, let's get a little quick break, real quick, before we come back on the phone line, Mary J. We're gonna get a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have Zach on the line ready to talk some Bama football here on the Coach Smook Network. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
right, chat. Y'all give it up. Give it up. We got Zach. Got Zach in the game with Coach Smook, man. Zach, you in the game. Talk to us, man. What's up? What's on your mind?
What's good, Coach Smook and my AAA family? How are y'all doing this evening?
Man, we feeling good. I'm feeling good, Zach. I don't know how the AAA family is. They've been kind of quiet since. I ain't gonna say they've been quiet. We've really been having some real conversations since the loss this past weekend. So, talk about it, man. What's on your mind? What's your thoughts about some of the plays and some of the spots in the game? And we may be able to go ahead and get it pulled up for us here on the network. So, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I think we need to move Jam down from the first running back to maybe second, third running back. And the reason why I say this, since his concussion, he hasn't been seeing the field properly. You know, because the O-line is giving them holes to run through, and he just hadn't seen it. And we have seen in the pass blocking game, he just hasn't been hasn't been able to do it the way he was pre-injury, you know. And so I think we need to sit him a little bit and give some other opportunities to some other players, you know, in that spot. Daniel Hill has been really showing out and showing us that he can step up and take that role on. And I just believe Jam is suffering, you know, because he don't want to get hurt again. I think he hasn't been aggressive like he needed to be in pass blocking. I think he kind of, you know, just been throwing, trying to chip block instead of meeting the block head on. And because Ty holds on to the ball, it kind of puts Ty in a bad position, you know, to get blown up and everything. But other than that, our offensive line has been great, has been doing very well. I don't see the issues that people are saying. I mean, yeah, are you got any good team, when you play a good defense, you're going to get beat. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Every good offensive line gets beat one or two plays, you know. But other than that, I think our team is capable of making a deep run in the playoffs and even possibly winning the national championship. I just need our run game to be a little more consistent, and with one or two adjustments, I believe that it will be that you know.
Facts. And I think people are scared that it can't happen. We saw the similar thing happen with Ohio State in their pass game last season. And I truly believe if Ohio State can get their passing game together in the playoffs. See, I truly believe there's a different makeup of how you game plan in the playoffs also. People forget that. Like we think game planning and how teams show up in the season is how they're going to show up in the playoffs. Well, I'm glad that Alabama's in a position right now that if we, you know, even if we win the SEC right now, even if we win the SEC, we might still not get that first round bye. And that's fine. That's fine. This team right now, the way we're playing, the way we execute, when we get things rolling, we saw a better product before the bye week. Ever since LSU game, we have been struggling heavily. I know South Carolina gave us some issues in that matchup, but I think overall, this team was performing good through that gauntlet when they had the focus. That off week really hurt us as far as our execution standpoint. And now we played two really good defensive coordinators that haven't allowed us that freedom and space to knock off that rush. So got to see some things turn around and being more effective. Zach, you got a minute, man. I just seen the 5-minute mark. You got a minute, man. What else you got for us before we get out of here, brother?
Man, just all I need from I'm going to talk about the defense now. Defense, keep doing your thing. Keep playing the way you've been playing. Y'all have been doing what y'all needed to do to keep us in games. It's been our offense that has been lacking the last 2 weeks. And I think we're going to get it figured out. I think with just the gauntlet of the season and everything, we kind of just, it affected us and we lost our focus a little bit. But I think with that loss, I think we refocus, go in, continue to improve, and just continue to move forward and have a good season.
For sure, man. Zach, well, I appreciate you for tapping in, man. As always, you already know here on the Coach Smook Network, we appreciate all your thoughts, all your insights, and your comments, man. Y'all give it up for Zach, man. Roll Tide, Zach.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, 334-625-1121 is the number. You call in, say your name, put me in the game, Coach Smook, and that'll get you on the line with your boy here on the Coach Smook Network. Let me see if I can turn this to this. Oh, we need it right there. There we go. Now we're good. 334-625-1121. Y'all know we ain't heard from Caden the Diesel Freak in a few days, man. Y'all know what's going on with Caden. Y'all know what's going on. Tolly had no business gaslighting the long snapper like that. You don't think so? You don't think so? What about that? What about that? Give me your thoughts on that. Let me end this poll over here. Was Connor Talty the reason, like his reason for snapping? Did he have the right to blow up on the long snapper like that? One, I'm gonna say no. You haven't been consistent enough, nor have you set a standard, or never. I mean, just the consistency factor in itself is enough for me to say, no. That was definitely out of order. I hope he went back and my fault, y'all. I hope he went back and corrected that, because that could be effective in your long snapper's mental. And to me, even in that chat, I know a lot of people keep talking about him, but that to me wasn't the game changing factor. That was closing out the second half. We went in down by 3. Should have been tied up going out of that half. But it wasn't a game changing factor. We came out, we got to stop defensively. No, they came out and they scored defensively. And then we were able to come back and do what we had to do. Actually, they didn't score a touchdown in the second half. They last 9 points. Their last 9 points came off of field goals. So the defense did their job. Special teams got to do better, especially with Ryan Williams and the fumble. I like the idea of them having 2 returners back there, one for safety, right? And one for just in case you have an explosive opportunity. But I don't think Ryan Williams is the guy for that. It just doesn't sit right with me. Anytime he has to be the playmaker with the ball in his hands. Anytime and there's a crowd, I put it like that. If there's a crowd, Ryan Williams with the ball, I'm scared. So, hold on, y'all. Gotta update that, and then we should be good. All right, chat 334-625-1121. Y'all beat me up for not having a phone call segment last night, and then we come here tonight, and y'all ain't got nothing to say. 3 turnovers were the factor that lost the game. What's up, Jason? Good to see you in the chat, my boy. Glad to see you made it back safely. The 3 turnovers were the factor in that lost game. Facts, and 2 of those turnovers came from our quarterback. This is when people got mad because I blamed Ty for the loss in this game. That doesn't mean he had a bad game. I think he didn't deliver in those big moments to carry us to victory or to put us in a winning position to say that we would win. He missed on multiple opportunities. I'm going to bring the film back up because we don't have anybody calling in right now. I want to talk about a few plays that happened in this game. This is the last play of the game, and I want to talk about some good things that happened in this play. All right, even from Ty. Oh, this is not the last play. This was the blow up. It's the blow up with Daniel Hill. And I want to talk about this play, even this play right here, chat. This is real time. I didn't slow this down. This is real time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, before it gets touched, it's like 3.8 seconds, right? 3.8 seconds. And Jason, we said this while we were watching this happen. Look at the time. This is a solid pickup. To get that type of blitz, that delay from the second level, and to pick it up like this and give your quarterback an opportunity to make a play is huge. We got another caller on the line. Let's see who it is, chat. 865.
Call from
Marquis Woods.
Yo, Marquis, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. Y'all give it up for Marquis, chat.
Man, how you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. How about yourself? Talk to me, brother.
Man, well, obviously, man, I'm upset still trying to get over the loss because feel too many, like Ty said. I mean, he's arguably just gotten like worse and worse as the weeks are going on. Like, obviously, he's still having those moments where he's looking good, but I just think his confidence is way down. You know, and I just think he's in his head a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that kept him from playing, like Saban said. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's talk about it. You know, like,
I've been saying it. They get mad at me when I say it, but I've been saying that for the longest, my guy. And it's a reason why there's no way. Looking at Ty's arm talent, right? And this is what I've been saying. There's no way that Ty should not have been playing in front of Jalen Milroe last year. Maybe the first year I get it. You give it to Jalen Milroe that first year with after Bryce left, he wins it out because of where both of those quarterbacks were. But the second year, when you had an offense, literally this offense looks a lot better. Even though with its struggles, it looks way better than what Jalen Milroe was doing with it. But guess what? Last year, this offense was averaging more points per game than the offense this year, and we got a better quarterback. Explain that to me if you could. It got to make sense to me sometimes, Marquis. Can you help me?
Well, I mean, you know, like you said, you know, having a lot of offense, having a lot of yards in the air doesn't mean that we're being productive. I feel like Todd's had 20 touchdowns for 4 weeks. You know what I mean? Like
wow. Hold on. I got to give you a siren for that one, chat. Hold on. Did y'all hear what my man said? Now listen. You said something there because we have been bragging about this 20-to-1 touchdown ratio for about 3 weeks now.
Come on.
What's the count now, my brother?
Man.
What's the count now?
Well, we at 22, 23.
22-2? I think it's 22-2. He didn't did he throw one? Oh, he threw it to Quavis. He had to pass the touchdown. So it's 23-2, 23. Like that in itself is great, but it's not 40 passing touchdowns like we were seeing, or 34 at this point in the season that we saw from Michael Penix, or even Jalen Milroe's last year. I believe was at 23-24 at this point in the season.
Super light too. And you know, we didn't even let Fuller have the ability to throw because we wanted him to use his legs so much. So
my God, Marquis, you're me up right now, man. My whole, like, those two statements, chat, and y'all know I'm not a fair weather or anything, but I haven't even thought of it on that aspect, man. And I'm gonna have to give Marquis another 3 minutes, y'all, because he really just put off a conversation point. How much more game management, lack of gunslinger mentality, or lack of aggressiveness? We need some type of aggressiveness. We got to have somebody relentless that wants to give these wide receivers a chance, and we're not being effective in the vertical passing game like we thought we were supposed to be.
You know, I completely agree, and that was something that hurt me a lot last year. Was that, you know, you seen the excitement in Jay Mills' face when he first met Caleb LeBron that first night. You remember?
Yeah.
Right. We all saw the videos, and it's just like you could tell he knew like his game was about to go to the next level, and in a lot of ways it did.
Mm-hmm.
You saw anticipation throws. You saw him play the quarterback position with a lot more confidence than the year before. He just wasn't sure about some things. But I mean, even with that, we're going and he's running so much more. He's passing, and I'm not saying that we didn't do a good bit of both, but I mean, we let Jalen rip it a couple more times. Like we don't know where we're at. You know what I mean? Like let's just be honest. The most times we let him rip it was the Tennessee game, and he targeted Ryan for most of it. And I don't care if it's by design. Jalen, you cannot go to Ryan 18 times in the game. It does not work.
Exactly. And then also to that fact, man, in those moments where we saw, I just think you were so capped with Jalen's mental comprehension of the game as far as dissecting coverages post snap that you couldn't even. It was concepts being thrown out there for no reason at some points because his lack of understanding and what was being asked of him to do, and that's what limited us. But we don't have that problem with Ty Simpson right now. I think the problem we have with Ty Simpson right now is his lack of confidence in his throwing right now. His lack of confidence. It is not that he can't make the deep ball. I've seen Ty rip that thing. Fall camp, Ty was throwing 50-yard, 55-yard bombs on the rope. He threw a 65-yarder to Lacier Brooks one time. I mean, I was there live. And even in this game, it was like, I think it was like a 10-yard sit route right there in the middle of the field to Jeremy Bernard where he pulled up and he kind of like over-mechanicked the throw. He overthought it. And threw it 6 feet over Bernard's head, and nobody was within 10 yards of him in the pocket or Jeremy Bernard wide open in the middle of the field.
And I'm looking back, and I consider myself a film junkie like you, Coach. I really do. I consider myself like a guy who like looks back at our games and looks back at the good plays, the bad plays we're missing. I just really try to just see where we could be better, where we missed that, right?
Yeah.
And it just feels as though, as super technical as Ty is, like he's not going back to the basics at all. I mean, even you showed him the film earlier when he had that out route to Jeremy, was it? And it's just like his legs are into it, his arms all flangy. It's just like you're not playing like
the last pass to Ryan Williams to end the game. Prime example. It's like and that wasn't the right read once again, but you have an opportunity. I've seen Ty make those impossible throws more often than none, right? Those ones you're not supposed to be able to make. Ty has that talent. That's what frustrates the coach's mind of the Bama fan base. The ones that know and understand what I was saying when comparing him to Milroe. Look at the quarterbacks this season that are having success. No quarterback is lighting up a SEC defense from the pocket right now. No, none of them. Pavia, his hype, his effectiveness comes when he creates. Nussmeier, you trying to stay in the pocket, you get lit up. Taylor Green over at Arkansas. Petrino starts moving the pocket for him, letting him utilizing his legs. Look at what he's doing. His statistics are right up there. Marcel Reed, DJ Lagway, like all these quarterbacks, and everybody talks about, well, Lagway had five picks one game. Yeah, because he was trying to throw from the pocket, and that's not his freaking game. Dual threats got to be dual threats in this league. When you're playing against a quality defense like Oklahoma, you got to give those guys pressure. You got to put pressure on them. Make the safeties be extra linebackers. Make the corners really commit to stopping the quick game before you start trying to get pretty and start trying to give yourself this extra clock.
And I agree totally. I mean, you're spot on, Coach, as usual. And it's frustrating because, we saw Ty. We haven't, like you said, we have not seen Ty be the dual threat that he really, really is. We haven't seen him break off a run at all. And that's a part of his game, and that's a part of what got him to Alabama. Like, I don't know if we coached it out of him because we don't feel confident in Austin Mack.
Mm-hmm.
Keyline, I don't know if we're just, whatever, but I mean, I think it's a lot of what we said. He's just not confident in anything that he's doing right now. And I don't, we can't give that to him. And I don't know where he finds it, but he needs to get it like ASAP Rocky.
I'll tell you this. This is and I want Bama fans that's hearing me talking about this game with Ty Simpson. This is not saying that Ty Simpson is trash by any means, or we will be in a better spot with Jalen Milroe. I don't think we will be in a better spot this season with the receivers and the offensive line play that we have right now. I don't think we're in a better spot with Jalen Milroe. I think we have the right quarterback for the job, but until he gets over those spots of those mental humps that Coach Saban kept telling us about, that's when we will see Ty Simpson really become the quarterback he's meant to be. 30 seconds, my brother, and then we're going to open this phone line back up. Appreciate y'all for tapping in again. Once again, run the likes up, share the stream, and let's continue to run the phone line up. We got a lot of time left. We got about 30 minutes left on the phone line, so call in. 5 minutes per phone call. Get your conversation in. Final thoughts, Marquis. Talk to me, brother.
Well, man, my final thoughts is I know we haven't spoken much on the defense, but I feel like our defense is just getting better and better and better. Arguably played their best game they played all year. I mean, we played literally the exact same game we played last year at home. And for them to, replicate that performance, having the same things happen last year, it was really, really deja vu looking at this Oklahoma game, just watching Ty melt down how Jay Mill did last year was just rough. Rough, because we know that he's better than that. Mentally, he's better than that. So to see him melt down in the same way was just hurtful. But I believe in 15. He got us this far, and I know once if he played up to what we know he can, we'll be in the playoffs, and we'll be rolling. And that's all I got to say, man. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, my guy Marquis. Y'all give it up for Marquis in the chat, man. Hey, I love when we get good quality calls like that. And I love when we have good quality chat in our chat, man. Y'all continue running it up. And don't pay attention to fair weather fans and trolls like Black Raider Steel, man. Come on, y'all. Yeah, we've seen this dude before. He only comes around when Bama loses. He's not going to be in here when we raising the national championship, SEC championship trophy, none of that. He's a bum. We don't we don't care. Black Raider Steel, you're not even a subscriber on my channel. That's why you get put in timeout. You come here and you show up just to talk trash. And we don't got time for that. We talking football tonight. Shout out to my guy, Ayo Sully, for the $5 super chat. Pull that back up, Mary J. What you doing? Why you pull it off? I need that back. I want to read it. Shout out to my guy Sully. That best Bama coverage channel, hands down. Great callers calling in and breakdown from the host. Y'all make sure to like it up. Make sure y'all run the likes up, man. We sitting at 34 likes on the show. Whoa, okay. Y'all going crazy right now, man. Y'all doing the doggone thing. Blowing it up out there in the chat. I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. 334-625-1121 is the phone number. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game. Coach Smook will get you right here on the phone line. Here on the Coach Smook Network. Listen, Dwayne Johnson, remember this in the 2018 National Championship game against Clemson. Brett Venables' defense confused Tua Tagovailoa and those great wide receivers at the times it happens. Facts. And this is, to me, this was a playoff team. Oklahoma was one of my teams to make the playoffs preseason. I think I had Oklahoma, Alabama, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Georgia. I had Alabama, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Georgia. And I said if it was a 5th team to get in, I think I said LSU might do it. Texas A&M has kind of replaced my LSU team because they've kind of showed up like LSU's offense and defense was supposed to show up this year. And then outside of that, I think I was pretty darn close. Oklahoma is right there, and they are finding ways to win, just like Georgia was early in the season. They started off fast. They got the injury to Mateer, and you see them finding ways to win, leaning on their defense. And I don't see a problem with. Well, I do see a problem. I'm not going to say that. I don't see where we can be all unhinged as a fan base or supporters of the Crimson Tide after playing a bad game as a team, right? And I'm saying offensively, we didn't play a consistent game offensively, but we were able to do some great things defensively and hold team instead of giving up. You're talking about 9 points off of field goals, or was it 12 points off of field goals? 12 points off of field goals. 10 points off of, you had 7, 10, 13. What was the final score? 23, 21, right? Okay, yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. So you y'all laughing at me, but I was like, where did we get 23? Where did we get 23 at? That was the final score, right? 23-21. Yeah, all right. Y'all don't leave me hanging like that. But you take away all the negative field position that this team was put in. The team really could have been this game. Oklahoma should have had 28 points offensively with some of this field position and scoring opportunities they had. So the defense played great. Offensively, we missed on some big shots. We did it even on the completed passes when Ty Simpson did complete good passes. They were low. They were not allowing the wide receivers to be in stride. So whatever the mental hump is, this is what we were scared of. They doing the top 12 playoff rankings right now. Let's pull it up. Can I get it over here? If I put it in Discord, I can all my mods y'all can pull up. Is it on right now? Let's see if we can get it on right here. Looks like we can. Dancing with the Stars. We ain't trying to watch no Dancing with the Stars now. Hey, Mary J, get a banner for the college football playoff rankings. If we can get in there and get it. Yep, here it is right here. Reaction right now. We at number 10. Oh, snap. That's how they gonna do us like that? Am I reading that right, chat? Alabama's number 10. Definitely got to win the SEC championship. So with Oklahoma, they went out. The highest I feel like they'll finish is 7 or 8. All right, let me change this. Yeah, Ole Miss is good right now, chat. Hey, they get to sit home and watch it. We reacting right now. I'm trying to find a way if I could share it without getting no copyrights, chat.
This guy got 4 fingers for real.
Getting it by. Although if Ben and Lubbock, they would just prefer to stay right there and have that first home playoff. At least the fans would anyway. Yeah, that 5 spot very.
Can y'all see it on the screen?
How up and down the G5's been all year. But remember, they're in the Big 12 right there. You see what?
Yeah, I see it. Don't give me copyrighted, chat.
5, 12, and almost certainly either against
All right, it ain't up yet.
or a group of 5 champion at number 4. This is going to be Georgia. Georgia seems like it's playing its best ball. They really put a spanking on Texas.
They really put a spanking on Texas.
There was a concern about the way they started games. 2 weeks in a row, really good early.
All right, I don't know what's going on with the layout here.
Texas A&M was down by 1 million at halftime. They came back and beat South Carolina. Indiana
All right, we're good now.
only one more game in the old Oaken bucket, and the Buckeyes once again sitting on top at number 1. So based on these rankings, it's not a projection, just based on the rankings, this is how everything would look. You see Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia getting the buys. Tulane would be the
That's how it would look right now, chat. Somebody get that screenshot for you, boy.
It's there based on the current rankings, but that would be the spot for the ACC champion. Can't emphasize that enough. That Miami ain't almost
Somebody get that ranking for you, boy. Phone line is open. 334 immediate ranking reactions. Number 10. I think that's safe for Bama. I think that's safe for Bama. Oregon matchup for first round. Travel to Oregon. win the SEC championship, you get. Hey, I don't want that bye week, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm against the bye week. I'm against the bye week, chat. Let's make sure we didn't get copyrighted, chat. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. What's the QB name for Auburn? Ashton Daniel. That fool said Ashton Kutcher. You a fool, boy. That boy said Ashton Kutcher. Shout out to the 36 likes on the stream, man. Continue running likes up. Appreciate y'all for tapping the screen. So, let's look at it. Did somebody get that screenshot? If not, we got Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia at number 4, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, 8, Oklahoma, 9, Notre Dame, 10, Alabama, Miami, number 11, and Tulane at number 12, being the number 24 ranked team if in the CFP, but the highest group of 5 team. Tulane right now is who's getting that nod for the group of 5 representative. All right, you got it. Post it in the Discord so we can I'm gonna use it for a graphic in the mod chat. Let me see. That's a good screenshot. Good screenshots, guys. Good screenshots. Appreciate it. I see Zach. I see you, Zach.
Hunter, I want to talk. Let's talk first. Miami, based on the rankings, will be in the field. We know they have to win the ACC to get in. How close?
How's Georgia Tech not still in contention for playoff spot, chat? Like, they won loss. Miami has 2 losses.
We really compare the losses of those 2 teams. Miami has lost to 2 unranked teams. Notre Dame has lost to 2 teams that are ranked in our top 13. And so we really haven't compared those 2 teams. They haven't been in similar comparative pools to date. But Miami is creeping up into that range where they
a bye week makes a team rusty, and you can't have that in the postseason. Facts. Coach Smook, Amanda wants to know why she can't see her name in chat. Oh, I don't know. Why Amanda name ain't in chat, y'all? I hope y'all ain't blocked, sis. Y'all know y'all that ain't right. Y'all know that ain't right. She better not be getting blocked. Y'all might better watch what y'all doing. That's one of y'all own, man. Y'all can't be doing that. I could check the dashboard real quick. Tell her to drop a comment now. Ask her what. I don't even have subscribers mode. The subscribers mode only on, so everybody should be able to talk in my chat. And we only got like 6 troll pages blocked on our channel. We don't block people. We don't really be blocking folks for real, man. You get timed out. You want to stick around and troll? That's your prerogative. 3,682 subscribers on the channel too, man. We are 18 away from 3.7K. Come on, man. Y'all continue to subscribe to the channel. That's crazy. I just noticed that. 3.7K. We're gonna hit another 100. Gonna hit another 100. Let me find out what's going on with Amanda. Find out permissions, channel, community moderation.
We will. Got another big game coming up. Duke in Kansas.
Standard moderators, high users on channel. I don't know how.
Oklahoma made every clutch play. Alabama made the other ones. Oklahoma made all of the clutch.
I don't see her name on this list, man. I'm about to refresh it. See, only guys. Y'all remember Girth Brooks? Y'all remember y'all remember Rich News? I wonder where Rich News at since the Bama since Ty Simpson played that stinker the last 2 weeks. Y'all remember Rich News used to always come in talking about Ty Simpson QB1? Yeah, man. I want to see all these folks' energy. Because he played a bad game. It's no secret. He played a bad game. Not a bad game. He missed on a lot of big moments. He missed on a lot of big moments. And I think it's time that we kind of hold him accountable. Not that he hasn't held himself accountable. That's one thing I do appreciate about Ty Simpson. I think he's one of those guys. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, we good. We're good on that. All right. So let me see. Mary J, I think I went and I refreshed the ones. Yeah, Jordan, him. We ain't seen him since South Carolina game when Ty started struggling. His struggle started showing up.
Strengthen their resume, I think, on conference championship Saturday. They can't be penalized.
All right, chat. So that's the playoff rankings. There we go. I like this screenshot a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie, that looked real good. We could post that. What y'all think? Hold on, let me talk about it. I like this screenshot. Shout out MJ for the screenshot. That's clutch right there. I like that. That mug clean. Showed up nicely. Nicely. That showed up nicely, chat. Hey, Smook, your opinions on SEC championship, who's in? I think Alabama's going to win out, and we're going to see A&M. All right, there's a show. We probably have to do this on another night, but there's a segment I want to do. I want to do my own playoff predictor scenario thing. Because I was looking at it, man. You can have Ole Miss lose, that gets them out. If Ole Miss loses, they're out. Ole Miss wins, they need us to lose. They need Texas A&M to lose, and it'll be them versus Georgia in the SEC championship. Because Texas would have lost Texas A&M would have lost to Texas. Georgia beat Texas, so Georgia gets them at the head-to-head with their one conference loss. Ole Miss has the win over Oklahoma, right? Ole Miss has the win over Oklahoma, and we lost to Oklahoma. So that would put Ole Miss and Georgia in the SEC championship. The problem with that is, for Bama fans, is that means we would have had to loss to Auburn, and we're not getting in with a loss to Auburn, Oklahoma, and Florida State. We're not getting in at 9-3. I don't care if we are 2-loss conference team, fourth ranked team in the conference. You're not getting in with those 3 losses. You have to be in your conference championship game and lose that, and that be your 3rd loss for us to have a chance. So honestly, right now, if I had to guess, I think Alabama and Texas A&M will pull it together, and that to me that works out for Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Right? Oklahoma has to beat Missouri and LSU. Vanderbilt is still in the run. It's a lot of scenarios that can play out. So I just replayed what the commissioner said. It seems that to me that if you make the conference championship game, you won't be punished losing it just like last year. He ain't say it for real, but it comes off. Sully, I think it depends on what conference you're in and what your record is. I don't think a 9-3 conference champion that goes in and loses a conference championship contender. I don't think Clemson, a situation like Clemson, gets in this year where they go and they win the ACC and they're 9-3 going into there and they lose it. Or wait, yeah. Did Clemson get in for losing it? Or was it SMU that got in for losing it? SMU got in for losing the conference. All right. You can't get in the conference championship, play, lose, and that be your 4th loss. And if, like Alabama, because of the strength of schedule, if our conference championship game is our 3rd loss, they're not going to penalize us or move us out of the top 12 for losing to the number 3 ranked team in the conference in the nation right now, number 1 ranked team in the conference. They won't penalize us for that. Okay, I was like, what in the world did I do? Nah, hey, listen, we don't play that. I just had to go refresh it. It do that sometimes. YouTube would do that. I don't know. Maybe, man, look. Maybe it was something you did. Maybe you got tired of me. Last weekend. SMU got in. Yeah. Would 3-loss SEC runner-up Bama make the playoffs? Yes, I think so. 3-loss. If our 3rd loss is the SEC championship, I think we're in a good position to be in the playoffs. That's that number 11 seed. That's that number 10 seed, right? I think a 3-loss, your 3rd loss being in the SEC championship, being in the conference championship, and looking at how many teams are in. The difference this year is your conference championship won't be a number 12 team versus a number 24 team, right? This is a number 3 team in Texas A&M, we're assuming. Or even if Georgia goes, Texas A&M could lose
against Texas the last week of the season and only drop to number 5. And Georgia could move up in their spot to be the number 4 team. And if we go and we play Georgia again, right, that means we would have beat the number 4 team and lost to the 4 team in the conference championship game. They're not penalizing us for that to be your third loss. You won't get penalized for that. I bet you would. Adrian. I bet you would like that. I think it would be good for Alabama to go to the conference championship. I think it will. I think we need to win out. We need to play in that game, win, lose, or draw. That keeps us in the playoffs, no matter how that game goes. If Alabama's playing in that SEC championship game with 2 losses on the record, like we currently have, if we go into that game with 2 losses and we play in that game, we're in the playoffs. That's what I think the committee's mind is at right now. And you would have to see something crazy happen. You would have to see A&M lose. You would have to see LSU win out, beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma would have to lose and be pushed out. Tennessee, if they beat Vanderbilt, they get a conversation. They're in that conversation at 9-3. That'll be their. They'll give Vanderbilt their 3rd conference loss. You're talking about a 4-way tie still with 1 losses. This could get ugly. This could get ugly for the SEC. So yeah, we got 2 more weeks to enjoy this before Selection Sunday. Selection Sunday is after conference championship week, and it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I expect it to be a good one. So before we get out of here, y'all, we're gonna run our infomercial one more time. The phone line is now closed. Thank y'all for tapping in. We had 3 good phone calls, 2 good phone calls tonight. And we'll be back with a call-in show Thursday night, chat. Thursday night we'll be back with a call-in show. Friday, I may be going to Tuscaloosa. We may be at the game again this weekend. I've been invited on kind of like a alumni wants to host me, and we're kind of going to make a pitch for the Coach Smook Network and the brand with some of the university assets that want to see other media coverage around the program, around the football program. So you all keep us in your prayers as we get ready to do that. But before we get out of here, man, y'all listen to this infomercial. If you're not a member of the AAA family, you're missing out. You're missing out. We got our live tomorrow. Y'all know we listen live to the teleconference, midweek teleconference. Coach Kalen DeBoer coming this week, going to speak on the prep for Eastern Illinois, give some of the thoughts post-game for Oklahoma, mindset, updates on injuries. You get to hear it live if you're a member of the AAA family. You want to become a member? Check this out. This is how you do it.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Let's get to it, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for tapping in today again. Once again, tonight. I said today. Tonight. Thank y'all for tapping in tonight and supporting the Coach Smook Network, man. Like I said, we got some opportunities. My guy Adrian just asked about the gaming tournament. I still want to do it. I'm just waiting for everybody else. It's free to join this time around. The only requirement is that you show up for the round robin. You got to play at least 2 games on stream. It's all about content creation for the gaming content. So I know my TikTok users, my TikTok viewers are over there watching. If you want to get in this gaming content or this gaming tournament, jump in. Hey, Eric King says we got to win. Plus, we need help. No, we don't. We win out. We're in the playoffs. You win out. You're in the SEC championship. No matter what happens around it, if you win out, you beat Auburn. You're in the SEC championship. Texas A&M loses to Texas. That means Georgia might get a chance because Georgia has the win over Texas. But Alabama, if Alabama wins out, the only team that could jump Alabama with Alabama winning is Georgia. Texas A&M, the only way they could stay ahead of Alabama is with the win. So Eric, make it make sense for me. Hey, Kent, you're right. He said, I feel like Alabama should have won if it wasn't for that pick 6. You take that? Yeah. I think you take that pick 6 away. You definitely set yourself up for a better position to win. I can't mentally take another Bama versus Georgia SEC championship game. I wouldn't mind it, man. That's probably the best time I had in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. For a tailgate. Y'all beat Auburn, it'll be close because it's a rival, but y'all win. I think if we come out and play our game, we should beat Auburn badly. We should beat Auburn badly. If we play our A game, we beat Auburn badly. But like you said, that rivalry game in Jordan here, it's going to take some real mental toughness to really come out of the game with some confidence. And we got to just take away all of the extra stuff that they're going to try to throw at us to get us off our game. So with that being said, I will be going live gaming tonight here in about an hour and a half. We're going to do some late night gaming. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we won't be live again till 11:15, 11:20-ish for the midweek teleconference. Adrian, do you want to hear what Coach Smart has to say? All my SEC fans in the chat. And I need one of my mods to clip this for me here in the next 10 seconds, all right? So here at the Coach Smook Network, what we like to do, we provide our media access that we have to SEC Media Day, the midweek teleconference, our media access that we have with our sources at Alabama, at Georgia, at Florida, at Tennessee, to provide you all media insight, the verbatim media insight that you probably can't get on the public platform. We do that through our membership program. If you want to be dialed in for the midweek teleconference, tap in, become a member. That's $3. One, you get to listen live to the midweek teleconference. And for those weekends where we're having issues like we had with YouTube TV and Disney, we provide other opportunities for you to watch the game live and react to with us. So if you want to be a part of that, tap in, become a member of the AAA family, and we can help you out with that. And then if you want to be on in the tournament, guys, please tap in on TikTok. We'll be live on TikTok the next few days. Just get in and try and run a live game against somebody in the chat. That's all we asking. Coach Smook, I had to join the AAA family on my work phone. Ain't no way my boy had this. MJ, shout out to my guy MJ, man. He tapping in from the work phone. That boy got the new job. He acting up, man. That's what's up. Don't be getting in trouble because he got Coach Smook on these folks' phone bill and stuff. Don't be doing that. But hey, you know what you need to do though? Y'all need to make sure y'all tell every college football fan about the Coach Smook Network. We're becoming bigger than just Alabama fans. I saw it this past weekend with Oklahoma. There are Oklahoma Sooners that were at the game that watched the Coach Smook Network, which is crazy to me. They talk about my crazy takes, talking about the quarterback and everything. It's cool. It's cool. I love it. So thank you all for supporting. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Shout out to all our sponsors and supporters. Shout out to walk-ons. Yeah, y'all gonna hear that announcement tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next one. Much love, everybody. And roll! Thank you for joining the channel with Coach Smook.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.